often I don't know what I'm looking for. Usually the feeling I want is something that is calm and feels grounded. With print, that's actually kind of hard to do because print can be really, really busy. It's kind of a dance where you're trying to get a certain level of detail that someone can get lost in, but you're not trying to sort of repel them from the pattern and make them feel chaotic. I am Susan Connor, and I am a textile designer based in Brooklyn, New York. We are in my studio in Bushwick, Brooklyn. I'm in New York because I love being part of a vibrant and really diverse city, and I'm constantly inspired by just people walking around. What they're wearing, what they're doing, how they're acting is like fuel, you know, as a creative. I have always been a lover of textiles, but also of history. Any kind of ancient sort of quality that something has is always a huge draw for me, like where time has kind of had its way with something. I really wanted to see a level of detail in print fabric that I wasn't seeing, and it became sort of a new expression of block printing. Block printing is a really, really old technique. It involves taking usually wood, making almost like an etching on it, but generally it's carved onto the block, and then you coat it with ink or dye, and then you can press it directly into the fabric. I kind of use an unorthodox method. It's like the world's weirdest process because I invented it. To get the level of detail I wanted, I had to really kind of discover how to make that happen in a block. It was a wonderful moment when it did. Because I'd been searching for so long. This is actually one of the first ones that I ever made, and there's a white coating on it so that you can actually see the intricacy of the block itself. But the really cool thing about it, and the thing that really spoke to me, was there's an imperfection and a sense of the process that comes through when you do this technique, because no impression is ever the same. It's like a personality. I had no experience with interior designers whatsoever. I was like, I'll just make some nice things and I'll try to sell them. You know, this was my business plan. In my own home, it's really about things that have meaning. I have a limited amount of space, so a lot of my style tends to be not a lot of stuff, but things that really speak to me. That's really what I try to sort of bring as a textile designer also. And I heard from Studio McGee, and I was kind of doing things a little bit differently, and I really gravitated to how they were doing things differently. One of the things that I really love about McGee & Co. and about Studio McGee in general is it feels really approachable, but it's very sophisticated, which is, I think, a really hard balance to achieve, where sort of beautiful detail isn't so pared back that it becomes austere, but there's enough detail left that there's beauty that feels like someone really cared. Working with McGee & Co. was really wonderful. I've told them they're dear to my heart, like very, very dear. That's actually why I do this. I don't really do this to have like a business. In the end, like I do this because I genuinely really love who I get to work with. So it's very personal for me.